Hey guys, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat in South America. I was gonna do a late night snack time with this, but you know what? I feel like snacking on it now. Interesting, right? Sirens in different countries sound different. They don't sound like this in North America. But that is, I can see it from here, that's an ambulance. Let's see, where's it going? It's right there. Huh. You know, that's crossed our mind. Like I said to Tommy one day, what happens if we get hurt or something? How many times I've had to go to a hospital or emergency room for something? So we're, you know, it's a lot to learn. An awful lot to learn. But this is mid-afternoon. This is morning snack time for this Scoville Squad. Now, this is made by Tostado. Okay, it's called Miski. These are it's corn, but this is the snack I was trying to describe. Look at the size of the kernels. They're way bigger than most like corn kernels that I've seen in my. And let me tell you the ingredients on this. The ingredients are maize, aceite de palma, sal, cebolla, ajo, and oregano. So it's corn, palm oil, salt, onion, garlic, and oregano. And it's just the most amazing snack I've ever had. For real. Here's the only problem. This is the biggest size bag they sell it in. So yesterday when Tommy and I went to the store, we went to Super Maxi, my favorite store. Hello, Eric. It's an amazing shop. It's an amazing store. It's just anyway. Tommy and I bought like 9 bags of these because we'll easily dust through a bag a day. They're so delicious. They really are incredible. Now on the bag, it's 5 servings. 5 servings. Anyway, I'm going to open this and just have a few and kind of tell you what, you know, I've had people in the chat already comment and talk about, you can't get over the aroma of these things. The aroma, the crunch. And here's how I described it. When I was, everybody's had, you know, look, some people like just, if you like popcorn, you may like, I kind of like popcorn a little burned. Sometimes when you get to the bottom of a bowl of popcorn, there's a few kernels that didn't really pop. And sometimes they, you know, they're sort of popped, but not really. It didn't pop into a like the white popcorn. Still in the shell, and it's just kind of, those are like my favorite. Now it's a gamble when you eat those. You're rolling, it's like you're rolling the dice every time you eat them because it can be crunchy and amazing. It tastes so good, or you can break your teeth on them. Now I've said before to Tommy so many times, I'm like, man, wouldn't it be great if they just made a bag, nothing but these? When I was a kid, I don't know if this is gonna sound so silly. I hope I'm not an idiot. The name we used to call them, they were called Old Maids. That's what the little ones. I don't know, man. If you please hope somebody else says, yeah, we called it that too. So I'm not the only knucklehead that's ever referred to unpopped corn as an old maid. But that's what these are. And they're just the aroma. Oh my gosh, the aroma. It's just garlic and onion. Oh. My mouth is watering. But these are, let me show you a few of them. This is what they look like, all right? We have emptied. I bet you we've had 20 bags of these since we've arrived. Every one is perfect. I kid you not, we've never had one that you couldn't eat. And the flavor is just, you know, nutritionally it's crazy too. It's not that unhealthy. I'm telling myself that. Here's the truth of it. I don't care if these were knocking minutes off my life. I'm eating these things. They're amazing. But this is, Miski is the name of the product. I don't know if, probably should look that up. But it's cebolla, ajo, and oregano. And man, this is my favorite snack here in South America, and maybe that I've ever had. Anyway, it's snack time. Let's do this. The texture isn't as hard as the kernels that I've described that were always at the end of a bowl of popcorn. They aren't as, they're much easier to chew. The texture isn't really rough. You're never going to break a tooth on these. And the garlic and the onion. As good as the garlic and the onion is, I mean, it is unbelievable. The salt, the level of salt. And on here it says, it sounds so good. Sodium level is 97 milligrams per serving. Man, oh man. Two grams of protein, a gram of fiber, 19 grams of carbohydrates. The flavor is just, this is my favorite snack. My only, it's not even a criticism. The only thing I like to see is a bag of these the size of a pillowcase. Now there's there's several different companies that make this product. We've tried all the ones that were available at the Super Maxi. Because we wanted to find out what the best flavor was. And this is my favorite. This is $1.02 actually. And it's just, I can't put them down. Good texture is perfect. Also, the weight is 160 grams. We're getting used to that, because they don't do it like we do it in the North America. Like it is, they're so good. These, fortunately, the other ones, here's the funny thing. The other bag, there's like 3 different brands that we tried. All 3 were very good. This is the best, I think. It happens to be the least expensive. I'm trying to think. And the size bags are relatively this. I think the other one might be 150 grams. Oh, it sounds so good. But it's just amazing. So we tried all of them. Unfortunately, Tommy's tastes are similar to mine. We both agreed that these are our favorite. But somebody had made a comment in the comment section that there was a different kind of. I think they may have been referring to these. But if you ever get a chance, if you've had them, please do me a favor. I can't put them down. I gotta have a few more. If you've tried these, do me a favor. Unreal. If you've had these, say something in the comments section. I'm in the honeymoon stage. And that's the thing. The honeymoon stage of moving here. We talked about it with our realtor, we're going to be meeting her this afternoon. She's so cool. Which means we may be able to go out to the recovery center this weekend. We'll be going to church this weekend. So I'm really, really excited about that. But these are so good. If you try these, if you've had them, let me know. Let me know what you think of them. If you've never tried them, get some. But I dropped one fell out of the bag and it landed on the balcony. I'm eating it anyway. 5-second rule. So I dropped a few more. I want to ask you a question about the 5-second rule. You guys know what that is, right? The 5-second rule is if it hits the ground and you pick it up, and for 4 or 5 seconds, you're good to eat it. I asked this same question a few years ago when I moved into my place, the apartment I had in Fort Mill. How long do you have to live in a new place before you're comfortable with the 5-second rule? Now, the minute we got here, Tommy and I mopped, and we literally swept and mopped every square inch of this place. And even on the balcony, I don't worry about the 5-second rule. But I'm curious. How do you feel about that? Some people are just like, I don't care if it hits the ground, I'm not eating it. If you threw these all over the ground, I'd pick every one of them up and eat them. They're really, really good. So if you've had these, please put it in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you haven't and you can get your hands on some. And at Tostado, they make snacks that we've had in America, but if you've, they're so good. If you're watching Tostado, I know you're not, please make them in a bigger bag. Seriously, a bag this big, $10. I mean, this is only $1, $1.02. Absolutely incredible. My favorite snack, hands down. And I can't ever imagine something being better. But the honeymoon stage, it really is a thing. I just dropped another. No fear, I'll eat it soon. When you move, everything is great. You're in love with everything. And then what happens is the honeymoon's over. And then some things like the stars. So honeymoon then. In the northern hemisphere, you have a certain set of stars you see, and those are the stars you get. When I was in New Zealand and Australia, you're in the southern hemisphere. Totally different set of stars. Here, we're right on the equator. In fact, we're only about 120 miles or so, I'm not exactly sure, between 60 and 120 miles south of the actual equator. Now we live in Ecuador, but the equator is like the belt of the Earth. And we're pretty much right on it, but one day, it's really fun. The first time we got these at the store, Tommy and I bought 2 bags, I think. We didn't know. So we got home and opened the first bag, and they were all gone immediately. And almost at the same time, we're like, dude, next time we go there, we're getting a lot more than 2 bags. The way we found out about them, we didn't just come across them in the store. Here's how it happened. There's a restaurant on the Malecon, just down here a little bit. And I mentioned that ceviche. Everybody kind of does it a little bit differently. It's the same sort of dish, but everybody has their own little twist on it. Like some will put avocado in, some won't. Sometimes they have the deep fried plantain. Sometimes it's plantain chips that they've. So it's different. All right, everybody has a different twist. Well, this place we went down here, and I mean it might be 200 yards away, and or 100 meters and change from where we are. We got ceviche there. When they brought it to us, on the side were plantains. It was camarón, shrimp ceviche. So on the side, there were these corn, and I looked at Tommy, I'm like, I think these are pine nuts? And I'm silly North American. I didn't, listen, they're big. They're way bigger than a corn kernel. Let me pick up one that fell. Hang on a sec. This is one that hit the ground. They're way larger to me, and this isn't even really one of the big ones. They're bigger than corn kernels that I've seen, So we weren't sure if they were pine nuts. We're like, what are these things? We figured out after eating that it's probably corn, maize. So that's one of the reasons that we really, really like their ceviches, because they're the only one restaurant we've had that does that, puts these corn on the side. And they had a little oil on them, and they were seasoned, and it really, really was good. So when we went shopping, the first time we went to the Super Maxi, we literally went down every single aisle. Even if we weren't buying anything in that aisle, I want to see what it's just very, very different, And as we were walking through, we hit a snack section, and I saw the bag, and Tommy and I kind of saw it at the same time. We're like, oh my, there it is. We were so excited. And they can't hear me. The corn that you get in the bags that I just showed you, the tostado. They taste better than the ones that are served on the side dish of the ceviche at this restaurant. But that's how we found it. If you can get them, get them. There's obviously no heat. It's funny, it'd be wonderful to sprinkle some powder on them. And I have some powder that I brought, so I'll probably spice these up. I'm really excited to get back into eating chilies. I am a chili head. That's what I am, you know? So we're gonna hit the farmer's market. I'm gonna really try to find out who's got the heat so we can eat it, show you guys. See that? That's this little triangle thing, the little pyramid thing there, and this right here, it's an obstacle course. It's probably, I don't know, a 30-second swim to get to it. We've been here a while, you know, we've still never seen anyone on it, ever. Which is sort of, and in front of the hotel that we stayed at on Shapipi Beach, that way, about a mile, they had two in front of their, if you saw those early videos I kind of showed you, there are two little obstacle courses in the water there, and never saw anybody use it there. Now, the truth is, this is the off season, I totally get it, but the first week of July, right here, there were a lot of swing races. Like a lot. I made shorts of them, and it was fantastic. And I thought with all the activity, with all the swimmers and all the activity there, that somebody would have been on it. We have yet to see anyone play on it. And listen, I'm an immature dude. I am what I am. So there's like a 15 or 16-year-old kid inside of me that's going, let's go out there and climb on that thing. So maybe, I can't imagine not at some point going out there and getting on that, which is cool because right now I'm just kind of showing you can hear. If I turn the camera around and zoom in, I can make that. I can make it look like we're sitting on top of it. So I could actually go out there and have Tommy film it from up here, and it would be so close up because the zoom on this camera is spectacular. Anyway, that's it for my snack video. Hang on one second. One more. 5-second rule, 5-minute rule. If you can get them, get them. I promise you, it's the greatest snack. If you try them, say something in the comment section. If there are different brands or anything else I need to know, let me know. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chase the Heat in South America.